Welcome back to Fitness Tips, the channel where we break down health, nutrition, and lifestyle choices in a way that truly makes sense for you. Today, we're diving into a topic that many people don't really think about but absolutely should: cheese. Yes, that delicious food many of us grew up loving. But here's the real question: if you're over 60, is the cheese you're eating keeping you strong, or is it quietly harming your health? In this video, we're uncovering the 4 worst cheeses that can drag down your health as you age, and the 4 best ones that can actually help you stay youthful, energetic, and vibrant. But before we get started, let me ask you a few questions. Have you ever felt more bloated or sluggish after a meal with cheese but didn't connect the dots? Did you know that the type of cheese you choose can actually raise your risk for heart disease, high blood pressure, and even weaken your bones? On the flip side, there are cheeses that provide nutrients that help your brain stay sharp, your bones stay strong, and your skin stay youthful. What if I told you that the difference between the wrong cheese and the right cheese could literally mean the difference between struggling with chronic health issues and feeling like you've turned back the clock? Stick with me until the end, because you'll not only know which cheeses to avoid but also which ones to add to your diet starting today. Let's get into it. The 4 worst cheeses for your health after 60. Let's start with the bad news first, because sometimes it's better to rip off the band-aid. These are the cheeses that might taste good but are doing your body no favors as you get older. 1. Processed cheese, like American cheese slices. This is probably the most obvious one, but it needs to be said loud and clear. Processed cheese is not really cheese. It's a highly manufactured product that contains emulsifiers, artificial coloring, excessive salt, and preservatives. If you're over 60, your body is more sensitive to sodium, and high sodium intake can skyrocket your blood pressure. Now think about this. One slice of processed cheese can contain almost 300 milligrams of sodium. That might not sound like much, but when you stack 2 or 3 slices on a sandwich or burger, you've already consumed a significant chunk of your daily sodium allowance in just one sitting. Excess salt not only stresses your heart but also weakens your bones by pulling calcium out of them. So if you're worried about osteoporosis, processed cheese is one of the worst things you can eat. If you ever wondered why your joints feel stiffer or why your rings feel tighter after a cheesy meal, the answer might be sitting right there in those processed cheese slices. 2. Cream cheese. Now let's talk about cream cheese. It spreads smoothly, it tastes mild, and it feels harmless. But here's the catch: cream cheese is very low in protein, very low in calcium, and very high in saturated fat. This combination is basically empty calories with a big dose of fat that does not give your body the nutrients it needs. As we age, every bite should count. Your metabolism slows down, your muscle mass naturally decreases, and you need to make food choices that work hard for your body. Cream cheese doesn't do that. It fills you up for the moment but contributes very little to long-term health. Worse, the high fat content can push up cholesterol levels, putting more strain on your heart. And remember, heart health is one of the most important things to protect as you grow older. Here's something to think about. Are you eating cheese that's building your health, or just cheese that's quietly building your medical bills? 3. Blue cheese. This one might surprise you. Blue cheese has that bold flavor and fancy reputation, but it's also one of the saltiest cheeses around. Just 1 ounce can contain 400 milligrams of sodium. Imagine eating a small chunk the size of your thumb and already getting nearly 20% of your daily sodium limit. That's not the only issue. Blue cheese also tends to be higher in saturated fat, which can stiffen arteries over time. For people over 60, where blood vessels are already less elastic, that's a real problem. Yes, blue cheese contains some calcium and protein, but the risks of excess sodium and fat outweigh the benefits, especially if you already have high blood pressure or are watching your cholesterol. So while blue cheese may look sophisticated on a salad, your body may pay the price later. 4. Cheese spreads and dips. Finally, let's talk about those convenient cheese spreads and dips. These products are heavily processed and often mixed with additives, vegetable oils, and stabilizers that extend shelf life but do nothing for your health. They're often higher in sodium than natural cheese, lower in real nutrients, and can lead to bloating, water retention, and heart strain. They also tend to be eaten in larger quantities because they're easy to spread or dip, meaning it's harder to keep portions under control. Think of it this way: when you choose these products, you're trading in wholesome nutrition for artificial shortcuts. And at this stage of life, your body deserves better. The 4 cheeses that keep you young. Now for the good news. Not all cheeses are bad, far from it. When chosen wisely, cheese can be a source of protein, calcium, and probiotics that help digestion, support strong bones, and even protect your brain. Let's look at the 4 best choices. 1. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese might not look fancy, but it is a nutritional powerhouse. It's low in fat, high in protein, and contains calcium and B vitamins that support bone and muscle health. For people over 60, the high protein content is especially valuable because it helps preserve muscle mass, which naturally declines with age. What's more, cottage cheese is versatile. You can eat it on its own, mix it with fruit, or use it as a topping for whole grain toast. It digests more slowly, helping you feel satisfied longer, which is great for maintaining a healthy weight. 2. Feta cheese. Feta is another excellent choice. Made traditionally from sheep or goat's milk, it has a tangy flavor and crumbly texture. Feta is lower in fat than many other cheeses, and it contains beneficial fatty acids that support brain health. It's also rich in calcium, which supports bone strength, and contains probiotics that improve gut health. Since digestion often slows as we get older, having foods that keep the gut balanced is a major plus. Just remember that feta is salty, so moderation is key. But compared to other cheeses, it offers more benefits with fewer downsides. Here's something exciting. The right cheese can actually help your gut, which in turn affects everything from your immune system to your energy levels. So when you pick the right cheese, you're not just feeding your taste buds, you're feeding your whole body. 3. Parmesan. Parmesan is another great cheese to keep in your kitchen. Hard, aged cheeses like Parmesan are naturally lower in lactose, making them easier to digest for people who struggle with dairy. That's especially important as many people develop some level of lactose intolerance with age. Parmesan is also loaded with calcium and protein. In fact, just 1 ounce can provide nearly 30% of your daily calcium needs. That makes it one of the best cheeses you can eat for bone health. It's also very flavorful, so a little goes a long way. By grating Parmesan over vegetables or salads, you can boost taste without overloading on calories. 4. Goat cheese. Lastly, let's talk about goat cheese. This is one of the most digestible cheeses available because the fat molecules are smaller and the protein structure is different from cow's milk cheese. That means it's easier on the stomach, less inflammatory, and often tolerated by people who can't handle regular cheese. Goat cheese is also rich in medium-chain fatty acids, which your body uses for energy rather than storing as fat. It's lower in lactose and provides a creamy texture that can replace less healthy cheeses in recipes. For people over 60, goat cheese offers a great balance of taste, digestibility, and nutrition. It supports bone health, provides healthy fats, and can even reduce inflammation. Cheese doesn't have to be your enemy after 60. The key is making smart choices. Processed cheese, cream cheese, blue cheese, and cheese spreads are the ones to leave behind. They add more salt, fat, and additives than your body needs. But cottage cheese, feta, Parmesan, and goat cheese can actually work in your favor. They give you protein, calcium, and probiotics that help you stay strong, support your bones, improve digestion, and even keep you looking youthful. So the next time you're shopping for cheese, remember this: your choices today shape your health tomorrow. You don't have to give up cheese, you just have to choose wisely. Thank you for watching Fitness Tips. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more science-based health advice, and share this with someone you care about. And now I'd love to hear from you. Which cheese do you eat the most, and will you be making any changes after hearing this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one of them. Until next time, take care of your health, because it's the greatest gift you can give yourself at any age.